It's a final game of the night, day one, 2010 Men's Major World Series from ESPN's Wide World of Sports. GTL in combat, doing battle. Rick Robertson will join me in a moment. Wherever you are, thanks for making us a part of your evening. Hopefully it's been a great day of softball. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Just a reminder, a full day of coverage. And our crew is just thrilled that we're going to have the opportunity to bring you these games tomorrow. Hopefully it'll make work more enjoyable. Mike Bolin leading things off. And he hits this one towards the gap. McCraw and Taylor both giving chase. Goes all the way to the wall. It's McCraw in left, Taylor in center, Kendrick in right, Cena at third. Granados at short, Casey next to infielder, Stevens at first, and Vince Bisbee behind the plate. Victor Cordova into right field. Slides safely into second. So 2 on, nobody out, and Donovan Pokraka at the plate. Hits it into center. Taylor watches it off the wall. It's going to be a triple for Pokraka, scoring 2. Here's Sam Lopez. GTL, one of the favorites on our earlier poll to win this World Series. Look at that grab by Taylor. Salas into center field with a base hit. And that'll bring up Don Rogers at the plate. Rachel caught up with Don DiDonatis, who they voted the defensive play of the night thus far. So plenty to happen in this game. That video now available at the USSSA Slow Pitch Softball Facebook site. Rogers with a single into left field out to McGraw. And Don Wilson here as we're joined once again. Rick Robertson, umpire-in-chief with USSSA. Rick, great to have you aboard again.
Thank you, Bernie.
As we continue this journey.
Showcase of slow pitch softball.
In the scene at GTL, a couple people mark them down as a favorite to win.
I think they're very capable. As I said earlier, they have beaten both Rismondo and Smith throughout the season. Won the A World Championship. Wilson walks to load the bases, 1 out, 3 runs in.
We saw Rusty Bumgardner out on the field earlier.
Yep, got a chance to visit with him. Has a long recovery ahead of him.
Greg Rohr wants to know, is there a home run limit for the majors?
No, there's not. We play unlimited here.
Scoop almost 6-4-3, but to throw over to Stevens, not on line. And that's going to allow for a couple more runs to come in. That could be a major play as things progress.
Stevens dives at first, unable to come up with a throw. Therefore, 2 more runs score.
Bubba Mack. And that retires the side. 6 scored by GTL in the top of the first. Combat coming to the plate when we come back after this word from Easton.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Combat laser vision coming to the plate for the first time. Kendrick, McCraw, Vince Bisbee, and for most of the first 4 hitters due up in their lineup.
Jason Kendrick, member of the USSSA National Hall of Fame, will lead us off. Question earlier, as I told him, the COR 47 on the ball, and it's 350 on the compression. So I had a chance to go double check.
So that answers the question for Courtney Clements. Her dad is on this GTL cartel team. And she didn't want us to give the defensive play of the night to Don Jr. quite yet. And of course, we can't hand it out before all the games have been contested.
Matt Peso, he was our conference defensive player of the year this year. One hop throw. Sam Lopez with a nice dig at first for the first out. So certainly not Matt Peso. He can flat dig it.
Another interesting question coming as we see Johnny McCraw come to the plate. The difference between a major team and an A team. As they mentioned that Rusty Bumgardner, most would consider him a major player, but why is he on an A team?
Well, because they don't have more than five major players. Therefore, they're still considered an A team. Looks like next year we'll have 4 major teams. Rismondo, Smith, GTL will move up, as well as Team Combat Laser Vision. We have a major players list, and we have what we call a watch list. So you are allowed to have up to 5 major players to still be an A team. Any more than that, then you're classified as a major.
So McCraw is retired. And Vince Bisbee will come to the plate. We've had almost 4,000 different people watch our broadcast throughout the course of the night, so we do appreciate you tuning in. Of course, that's 4,000 different IP addresses, so it could be one person watching from a different place, but still great to have you with us. Rick, I think it's going to be a great weekend.
Looking forward to it.
And so far, everything going smooth with your umpires, I believe, right?
Well, yeah, we're working on getting the bats in and out of the locker rooms, getting the count correctly, what they can have in the barrel and what they can't.
Wow, that was a shot by Vince Bisbee into center. That was the first hard hit ball off of Watson.
L.C. Watson, the pitcher.
As a look at our point streak page, you can log on to USSSA.com, click on slow pitch, and then click on live stats. And we have live stats of all the games, whether it's a loser's bracket game or a winner's bracket game. We'll have live coverage of all the winner's bracket games on USSSA Live. And we hope you join us. Of course, those will be archived if you can't watch them live. And if you can't make it, you can log on to the website, or if you have an iPhone, which I know you do, Rick.
Yes, sir.
You can go to the App Store. You can download the Point Streak app and then just do a search for USSSA, and the live stats are available on your mobile device as well. As we see Joey Formosa get a double.
Moves Bisbee over to the third, so now runners at third and second with 2 outs. Nobody in. GTL sits on 5, Combat yet to mark. I don't know if you noticed, but the umpires now have their batting practice tops tucked in, Bernie.
They do.
Look a little better.
They do. And it's all from the thoughts that we have here on Facebook, applying, just getting some opinions in. And you agreed as well, as we see Seth Stevens hit this one towards the gap. It's going to score 2. They do look sharp with their shirts tucked in.
Umpires for today's game: Chuck Doc Beckwell, he too goes into the National Hall of Fame in November up the road at Daytona Beach. Behind the plate, Tony Walzak down at third. Dwayne Posovich over at second. The Pride of Arkansas. Jason Oberlag at first. He's a little bit injured and you're going to have to keep an eye on him. He pulled a muscle bending over to pick up a Coke Sunday at league play.
Mike Taylor into left field.
Bisbee scored a third run. And Taylor goes on to second with the bobble out there by Bokraka. What a night for proposals. Chad Munger proposed to his fiancee earlier. Sarah from GTL. And then in the EWS game prior to that game, Sean O'Day proposed on one knee in the batter's box. Robert Cena dives into second with a double. Seth Stevens scores the fourth run of the inning. And in both cases, the girls said yes.
That's a positive.
That's a good way to start. Victor Cordova's lovely lady, Kim, not able to come out. She's out there in California watching and listening. So hello, Kim, we miss you.
Wade Casey into center field. We are going to be tied. They will test the arm of Mack, and they'll come up successfully.
We said earlier this would be probably the closest game or the best match of the night.
Back on our Facebook page, interesting question here. What is the longest home run hit so far? You know,
Jeff
we've
Wallace.
seen it's
Without a
him
doubt.
over the scoreboard was unbelievable, but we've seen a bunch of tremendous hits. I think we've seen it clear that second right field wall 3 or 4 times so far.
That's a pretty good shot out there too, but anything over that scoreboard, and Wallace's was way over the scoreboard. And I'm estimating that close to 474 feet.
But you know, it was neat because last year when we had the home run derby, I wish we could have fed it in, but ESPN does a lot of testing right here, and they were testing the same ball tracking software that they used during their home run derby, during the USSSA home run derby.
Yeah, that would have been great.
As you see Messina get a base hit. And Combat has the lead.
6-5. They're back around to the leadoff hitter, Jason. That's Jason Kendrick.
Jason Kendrick trying to get on that board for a long home run. And Combat is up 9-5. And we got a question from you from Rick Ayers Jr. Addressed right to you at Mr. Robertson. Thought it was illegal to have spray adhesive or pine tar on a barrel, yet I see bats that you can't even tell what it is. Also, as we see Johnny McCraw hit this one to the left, why do you need 10 inches of tape on a handle as he sees some with less than 10 inches? Wait, hold on one second. We got to unmute your mic.
Well, as far as adhesive and pine tar on the barrel, we do not have a rule against that. Actually, it's not going to give any advantage to have pine tar or adhesive sprayed on the end or all over the bat. We find that when you test it, it really is a detriment, and it's not an advantage. Second part of the question, why do you need 10 inches of tape? Well, that's because the rule book said so. You see some with less, they should have been taped, and I'm sure we can make that happen. But we won't let them out of our sight if we do it. So I'm sure the umpires are well aware of that.
So there you have it. You ask and Rick answers. 1 inning complete. GTL scored 5 in the top of the first. Combat comes back and scores 9 in the bottom of the first. And it's a 4-run advantage after 1. As we head to break after this word from Kissimmee. USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
We begin the second. 9-5 is our score. Steve Ricketts trying to inquire on whether he can get a souvenir when he's down here. TR or Wendy Brockwell might hunt him down and try to return the ball back.
Oh, definitely.
But it's possible to get away with a souvenir if there's a home run ball hit. I'm sure here at the Men's Major World Series.
It's a little bit difficult for us to chase him down here.
Dress retired to start the inning. And the dad whose daughter is watching tonight.
Matt Peso, our Defensive Conference Player of the Year for 2010.
Daughter Courtney telling us that we might see him be named the Defensive Player of the Night before the night is over.
Wouldn't
surprise. Could be.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. He can play. Great glove. He's hit it pretty good. Straightaway center.
That one gets over the head of Taylor.
I mean, Matt Peso drilled it on the line. Two-hopper to the wall. And Taylor unable to come up with it. He was playing a little shallow.
And we're back to the top. And Mike Bolin, who's 1 for 1 with a run scored. One away. Cordova is on deck. GTL trailing by 4. This is our nightcap. Well, and a very frustrated Messina issuing the walk to Bolin. So Cordova at the plate with 2 on and only 1 out.
I said earlier, Victor Cordova's lovely lady, Kim, out in California. That's a gapper. Right center field. The merry-go-round will begin. Whoa, whoa, Victor. We got him hung up. Wow.
Oh, that was close.
That was very close.
Seen it at third.
Cordova rounded to second. Peso came in to score.
It's Bolin at third.
Bolin,
yeah,
my bad.
Cordova grounding second. You're correct
Yep.
on that. And now Donovan Polkraka. Nice backhand. Throw to first, not nearly in time. Scores a run. And that makes it 9-7.
And Sammy Lopez, the first baseman, the batter.
Nice comment there from Eddie saying hello and to take care of his guys. He can't make it this year because of family issues, but sends you his wishes and God bless.
Eddie Cagle, Gene Shop. Miss you, Eddie. Hope everything's all right. Take care of those issues. You're in our thoughts and prayers. And Sam Lopez.
He's vying for the longest home run of the night.
Wow.
Oh, that one out towards our camera. That one almost cleared.
That was a nice shot. Right off the metal grating out there. Almost off his name. Courtney Clemens, there you go. The umpires looks much better with their shirts tucked in.
She looks like she's fashionable.
Wow. Oh, yes, indeed. Jimmy Salas.
Popped up. And right field, Jason Kendrick. That's out number 2.
Don Rogers, number 3. GTL 10, Combat 9, top of the second.
And Dennis Sawyer is trying to find out how many Canadians play in the Major A division. It's still maybe a difficult question for me to answer. We need almost maybe the likes of Lori Timmon. She's on top of everything in this organization.
Anyway, I know on Northwest Combat they have a few Canadians. Other than that, I know they had a Canadian team used to come down here. And then you had the Battle of the Border, Team USA versus Team Canada earlier this year. Team Canada beat Team USA. Danny Wilson, the batter, one of the sponsors for GTL.
Into left. And the play made by McCraw. Side retired. GTL scoring 5. They're back up by 1. But Combat will come to the plate in the bottom of the second. Trailing 10-9. Resmondo Sports is back with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins. In addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships, this weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton Bat Line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
It's the bottom of the second. More questions.
Yes.
For Adam Whiting, with all the equipment the A and major guys get, fielding gloves, what do the players do with their old gloves that they use for tournament season? Do they give them to charities or military players? You know, it's funny. I think I see some of those guys play with probably the same glove that they had since college sometimes. A lot of these guys, not advantageous to change gloves all the time. Would you agree on that?
Oh, definitely. They break them in, and it's almost like a favorite pillow. You don't want to get rid of it. You just play with it. When I played ball, I played with the same glove forever. I think I had 2 gloves in my life.
And Steve Ricketts asking, can a team play in 2 nationals to get points before the Worlds?
Kendrick rips one past Sammy Lopez. Excuse me, that was Seth Stevens. Mike Taylor, the batter. Stevens with the double.
And to center, Mack has it. And Formosa coming in to score, tying the ball game at 10.
Robert Cena, the batter. All tied up 10-10, bottom of the second.
Really, for both these teams and their hopes, as we see Cena fly out to center, your hopes of advancing in this tournament really ride on this first game. You can get to the losers bracket later on and work your way back, but it's really a grind early on if you lose here on day one.
Yeah, because that puts you on Friday, and you'd have to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games just to get to the championship. We have a note from Neil Teague. Please pass on prayers in regards to major play and all-around great guy, Jacques Snake Millet. The old men's of steels. Jacques is battling cancer right now. He's being inducted into Quebec Sports Hall of Fame on November 27, 2010. We certainly congratulate Jacques. I know what it's like to battle that I had a bout with cancer last year myself. So good luck. Hang in there. And congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction.
Casey down the right field line, scoring the 11th run of the ball game for Team Combat. And Vincent into the corner.
That's gone. Granados over the bullpen in the tent right there. Is your car still out there?
It is. It needed to be moved. It's probably a couple of dings.
You could be in trouble. Billy Messina
with a line drive.
Been around this game a long time. Quite a character.
Well, the good news is if there is a ding, we know a good shop down here in Osceola.
All-Pro Collision, George Gonzalez. Yes, indeed.
I tell you that I went, and some people, the car that I drive is my wife's old one, and it's about 6 years old, and some people think that it's brand new just because of the paint job he did on it.
Oh, my. Did you see that swing?
I did.
By Jason Kedrick? Well, George does great work. He's our international vice president of baseball for USSSA. Kendrick comes right back, hits it in the gap. He overruns second. So there's 2 outs, runners at second and third. Sam Hensley asks, is Jeff Hall playing with GTL? The answer is no, he's not playing. Played very early in the year, and he's no longer with GTL.
And Greg, unfortunately, the DC or women's games will not be streamed. It's actually, as you could imagine, it's a labor-intensive project just to get some of the help that we can to stream the ones here in the stadium, and the logistics with the internet makes things very difficult as we see McCraw ground out to end the inning. 4 runs scored by Combat, and it's 13-10, Rick. Great ball game after 2.
Yes, indeed.
Floyd Watson leading things off.
LC hits it off the wall.
He's got good wheels as well. Look at him. He's into second before I could look down.
Easily into second. 13 for Team Combat, 10 for GTL. GTL bats here in the top of the third. Bubba Mack, center fielder.
He hits it back up the middle. Out towards Taylor. They'll hold at the corners. Here's Anthony Dress. Dress 0 for 1 in this game. He's got a shot up the middle, getting an RBI.
Watson comes around to score.
Miguel trying to tell us to keep an eye out for Adam Rockoff of AJS, that he's going to put on a show this week with his bat and certainly move up to an A team in the near future. We'll see him tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Adam Rockoff, our leading on-base percentage hitter for Conference USSSA this year. Just a bit over 800. And if AJS stays together and he stays with them, they'll be an A team next year. They have to move up because they won the B World. We had 25 or more teams, so there you go. He certainly will be on an A team. Peso to batter.
Now towards Taylor. He'll get an RBI and a sac fly. It really was a tremendous year, I think, overall for the organization and the slow pitch game. Great success at the conference tournament. Another great year here on these diamonds at the World Series.
We had 22 tournaments, averaged 29 teams an event.
Wow.
We've gone up every year.
Tyler Berline. It's a one-run ball game, 13-12.
Great game going here. Edge ball is going to be out of play.
It is. Did you download the Point Streak app yet on your iPhone?
No, I did not. Heck, I can watch it right here.
That's true. Guess you're going to be around all weekend long, so you'll be good to go.
I kind of hope I am.
We'll hope you'll be up here as much as you can, Rick.
You know I'll come as often as possible. Actually, it's the best place for me to be. I'm right here if anything happens as far as a rule interpretation or a protest. Down the elevator to the field.
He straightened it out.
Yes, he did.
Oof. That's right about where my car is.
Bernie, you might have multiple dings. Victor Cordova, the batter. Two balls, no strikes, one out. 14 for GTL, 13 for Combat. We're in the top of the third, and Cordova takes the walk. And Donovan Pokraka will step to the plate, all-conference player. Victor Cordova, all-conference player. Sammy Lopez on deck, all-conference player. GTL very well represented. Pokraka, that ball jumps off the bat. It's long and it's gone. On the side of the hill, 2 runs come in on that home run. Pokraka and Cordova celebrate. 16 is the total, and we're in the top of the third. 16 for GTL, 13 Combat. Back and forth every inning. We say all year long when we go to all the stops, GTL plays the longest games ever.
Is that why they put them last?
I'm glad they did tonight. Sammy Lopez to right field. Jason Kendrick for the second out.
And Jimmy Salas. As you're starting to fill in your bracket.
I don't have the scores.
Salas. Ooh, that one's off the
Off
center
the back
field wall.
That's over 400 feet.
Still Wallace with the longest home run.
Yeah, I certainly believe so. That ball was hit well, though.
I don't think the crowd has changed much as the nights progress. We've still had a great crowd the entire evening.
Well, team registration for the men's CD, women's ABCD was tonight. So they don't start their tournament till tomorrow. There's 450 plus, if I remember correctly. We'll be playing here at ESPN Wide World of Sports over at the Osceola Softball Complex, Fortune Road Athletic Complex, Denjon, Seminole County, Leesburg, and down the road here, Bear Creek.
You need a lot of fields.
35, 37, one of those two. Everything within an hour. The 2 farthest are going to be Seminole and Leesburg, but everything else is pretty close. So 7 runs are in here in the top of the third for GTL. And Don Rogers to the wall.
Not quite far enough. That retires the side. 7 runs in the third. 17-13 our score in our 4th and final game of the evening on day 1 of the 2010 Men's Major World Series presented by Busch Light. It's the 2010 USSSA Men's Major World Series from ESPN's Wide World of Sports and Conference USSSA, as always, presented by Busch Light. It's about Busch Light time here now. 11 o'clock. Plenty of fans enjoying a Busch Light here in the stands. And it's been another terrific day. And we're glad you're with us. 17-13 our score. We're in the bottom of the third. And Vince Bisbee leading things off. Popped up and taken for out number one. And it brings up Joey Formosa. And we got two quick outs. That one's hit to Mack. Two away, and here is Seth Stevens. Stevens down the line and gone.
That's way over that second wall again, Bernie. Two outs, bottom of the third, one run in.
A question from Neil Teague. What compression value is it? I'm assuming he said the Baptists are set at, but what is the pass fail? That's how I would assume the question is supposed to be.
I want to say it's 220. Anything below 220, they don't get to play with.
And Mike Taylor lines out, and that retires the side. And not as productive of an inning as Combat had hoped. They score only one, and they'll trail now by 3, 17-14. USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
Leadoff base hit.
Mr. Danny Wilson.
Brian wants to know, what does the winning team of the tournament receive? gigantic trophy.
Oh, it is huge. They also will receive BP tops embroidered with 2010 Men's Major World Series champions on it.
Watson, and he got under that one.
They'll have 6 all-world players. They have the all-world manager. They have the defensive or offensive MVP, one of the two, and the overall tournament MVP will come from the championship team. So they get quite a haul.
Here's Bubba Mack. We've seen him make some plays.
Bubba Mack with a single to the left. Wilson goes on over to third, and while he does, Bubba goes ahead and takes second. So runners at second and third, 1 away. Now to bring Anthony Dress to the plate. Dress to right center, 2 runs will score. Wilson will come in. Bubba Mack behind him. Dress stands up at third for a triple. 19 now for GTL here in the top of the 4th with 1 away. Combat Laser Vision sits on 14. Bottom of the 4th, game 4. First night of the Men's Major World Series at ESPN Wide World of Sports. You can see us at USSSA Live. Matt Peso, the batter. He golfs it into right center field. Dress will score. Peso eases into second. Going to bring up Tyler Berline. He's 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. Peso at second, 1 out. Let's hit the straightaway center for the second out. Peso will tag up. Taylor with the catch out there in center field. So, 2 outs. Victor Cordova. We had a golf tournament yesterday. Victor actually played on my team. And Dwayne Posovich and Don Lombard, we finished 3rd at 11 under. He can hit a golf ball. Some 300 yards. He drives it just foul down the line. So there's 2 outs. Peso's down at third. It's 20 for GTL, 14 for Combat Laser Vision. And we're in the top half of the 4th inning.
Rick, I missed the golf.
Yeah, we had a great time yesterday. I think there were some 40-something golfers. Winning team was 17 under. Rick Seals, Rich Goulash, Steve Wilson, and Dennis Turner from Worth. The players, Rich and Rick and Steve, all played with Albuquerque the Scene. Second place, Don DiDonatis. John Rector, manager of Rismondo. Robert Boudreau, Executive Vice President, member of the board, runs the eastern half of the country for slow pitch. And Dalton Brown, our insurance agent.
I played with him out in California.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, Victor Cordova drives in Matt Peso. So it's 21. Victor stumbles out of the batter's box. Well, a bat tester, I'm not sure how much it runs. We're trying to get some made in bulk. You know, that'll run approximately 300 so teams can get them.
Pokraka, whoa, is this one going to hit the lights?
Wow. That's on the batting practice cages in the back. So Pokraka.
Is added that one to the ranks of the Jeff Wallace home run.
Almost.
This, by the way, we were talking about a question from Jeremiah Johnson-Smith. He asked the bat tester, how much does that equipment run? And right now, that's part of the issue, is that it's really very expensive, and they're trying to work on a way to make it more affordable, or at least a way to reproduce it more.
Yes, that's correct. Nice catch out there by McCraw to retire the side. So in the top half of the fourth, GTL picks up 6. They're now on 23, Combat 14. And do they use the bat tester for all divisions at Worlds, including women? No, we do not test all their bats prior to it. It'd be impossible to do that. But if there's an issue with a bat or any of that sort of thing, they can bring a bat up here to get tested, and we'll do it for them.
So there you have it.
That's it. And the bat testing machine that we currently are using is quite expensive. The one that we have at the national office that we bring over here, it's probably between $2,000 and $3,000.
So very difficult to reproduce. 23-14 is our score after 3.5.
Mr. Robert Cena leads off. And he drive was in the right center field. And Cena leads off the bottom of the fourth with a double. Now to bring up second baseman Wade Casey. He's 2 for 2.
Two runs
RBIs.
batted in.
He's got 2s across the board.
And number 77. He has some luck, I'm sure, when he's in Vegas. Look at Mack coming in to make that play.
Another nice play by Bubba Mack. Center field. Pretty good run straight in at it. One away. Did talk to the trainer between games, Jamie Nelson, the second baseman that was injured on the rainwater slide into second, is doing just fine. He may be a little sore tomorrow, but at least he got out of here in good shape. Granados in the left center.
Maybe some pressure right now on Combat with where we are in the game. The good news is they are the home team, so they have the hammer. But you just hate to have that lead extend itself as it is.
Well, they started off with 9 in the first, and then 4, and then 1 in the third, and that's where GTL's been 5-5, 7 and 6 to get to their 23rd run. And Combat now down by 8. Oh, right back to Watson. LC Watson wears shin guards and all kinds of protective equipment along with a mask. Bounced right off of him. To the shortstop, Dress over to first to Lopez, got the out.
And that brings up Jason Kendrick.
Into LC. Come on. Boy, does get psyched up.
You love to see that.
These two teams played each other in the championship at the Men's A World. Actually, they went to the IF game, Bernie. Team Combat Laser Vision beat GTL in that first game, and then GTL went ahead and won the championship. Great tournament, probably the most competitive tournament, but and, you know, I got to say the men's B last week was great also. Kendrick walks.
Well, it's been quite a duel between these two teams, and I would suspect it will continue tonight. Johnny McCraw.
He too goes into the National Hall of Fame as a player category. Works for Combat. 2008 MVP for Dan Smith of the Men's Major World Series.
What a shot there.
2 runs will score. Johnny makes a turn at second, but 2 runs score. That's 17 now for Combat Laser Vision. They trail 17-23 for GTL.
Ronnie Jones is thinking Pokraka from GTL might win the Derby. He wants to know, what do you get for winning the Derby? I'm not sure on that one.
You get some cash money.
Do you?
Yes, and I'm not sure how much it'll be this year. I want to say Timmy Coco, $1,000 last year.
Wow, that's helpful.
500 to the pitcher, I think. That ball won't be played anymore. Right off the cement. I'll probably have to throw that one out.
There's a souvenir that could be picked up for the fans.
Well,
Get an autograph with your favorite player afterwards.
I'm surprised my umpires aren't taking a look at it.
So it all begins tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Aubrey's taking on AJS. That's our first game.
Oh, hits the base. Right up the middle, hit second base. They had Bisbee played perfectly. And then that ball hits the base and shoots into right center. So 4 runs are in the bottom of the 4th. 23 GTL Combat's batting here. They're on 18, 2 outs. One bit of information, Bernie, on the GTL team. They have 2 excellent pitchers. They have L.C. Watson, who's out there, and of course Chad Munger, who I mentioned earlier, proposed to his fiancee Sarah.
Boss must be here. You're actually at the park after 6.
Joey Formosa, the batter.
2 away, 23 to 18.
Oh, Joey's hit this one. Oh, right off of the champion sign. Wow. We have seen some tremendous home runs tonight. And here we go, 23-20. And I said earlier, Bernie, when GTL's involved, the games are long.
That's why they put them last.
If they win, I don't know who goes where after this game.
We got the bracket for you. Let's take a look. GTL. The winner of this game plays tomorrow at 4. And the loser of 5 plays Friday morning at 11 a.m.
You don't want to go down there. Seth Stevens, the batter. That's another one of those elevator shaft home runs.
And Berline has it, and the inning is over. 6 scored by Combat there in the 4th. It's GTL 23, Combat 20. We go to the 5th here at Disney. Jimmy Salas, first pitch, swinging, popped up and taken.
That's a quick first out.
Granado's the shortstop making the play. And here is Rogers. He's 1 for 2 with the run scored.
Tough play.
Oh, he threw it away. Stevens didn't even have a chance there.
Whoa. Messina hustling over to cover first. Rogers slides back into him. So Rogers at first. Donnie Wilson, the batter, one away. Top half to fifth. ESPN Wide World of Sports. Fourth game of the showcase of softball. Tough play here.
Kendrick can't make it in right.
Wade Casey couldn't go back and get it either. And it bloops in for a single. Looks like a line drive in the book, though, Bernie.
It does.
So Wilson's on first, Rogers on second.
And here is Watson.
L.C. Watson, the pitcher for GTL.
GTL scoring 6 runs in the top of the fourth. Combat coming back to score 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth. And these latter innings starting to become so critical. McCraw takes it. You got runners on the corners after Rogers tags and advances to third.
Two down.
Bubba Mack. And to left. And a disappointing inning for sure for GTL. They're blanked for the first time tonight.
Combat coming to bat the bottom of the fifth.
23-20 our score.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Bottom half, the fourth. Excuse me, the fifth. We had a question. Ricky said earlier there'd be 4 major teams next year. Smith, Rismondo, GTL. The fourth most probably is going to be Team Combat Laser Vision. You know anything about the makeup of these teams so far? No. I certainly don't know who will play with who. But if they remain the same, the rosters, as Taylor leads off the ground ball to shortstop over to first for the first out. If those rosters remain the same and those guys get moved to the majors players list, that should, then we would have 4 major teams next year.
Robert Cena.
Another question on what's the official ball for the Men's Major World Series. It's the Dudley Classic M. Excuse me, that's for the other series. Dudley Stadium. Cena
all the way to third. Misplayed and right by Berline.
When we play here in the stadium, we use this stadium ball. That's the Dudley Stadium ball. For the other 450 teams, the men's teams, we use the Classic M, and the women's teams, the Classic W. Classic M for men's, Classic W for women's. That's also the Dudley ball.
Wade Casey.
That scored a run from third. Casey deep to right center. Was tracked down by Bubba Mack for the second out of the inning. Score now 23 GTL, 21 Combat. Combat still batting here.
Here's Vincent down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
Vincent Granados into second base with a stand-up double.
Steve wants to know if a team is set to automatically move up. Does that mean each player is classified at that higher level? And how long is that player classified? They're just trying to see about AJS. They won the B. Does the whole roster become A players?
Well, no, they're not becoming A players. The team, if they return 4 more players from this year's roster next year, they're required to move up and play Class A. You actually don't classify players, you classify the teams.
Messina down the left field line. That just falls fair. This is a critical run. It's going to make it a 1-run ball game.
The old man, Billy Messina, drives the ball right down the left field line, inside that foul line. And he lumbers into second base. The example of AJS, you know, they, from what I know, talking with them, they'll be back together pretty much with exactly the same roster as this year. They might tweak it with 1 or 2 players. Kendrick walks again. Back-to-back walks to him. 23-22. Great game here, game number 4. USSSA Men's Major World Series. On USSSA Live at ESPN Wide World of Sports. McCraw deep to left, but not deep enough. And retires the side. 2 runs scored for Combat. As we move into the top half of the 6th inning, GTL leads 23-22 over Team Combat Laser Vision. guess. GTL comes to bat here in the top of the sixth. Anthony Dress, the shortstop. He'll lead it off. And the clock just hit 11:31 p.m. Evenly matched game, GTL combat.
Yeah, what a game. We have one run differentiating these two teams. One team about to be sent to the losers bracket. Dress being sent back to the dugout after a called strike three.
Right down the pipe. Of course, Anthony didn't like the call. Matt Peso, the batter. Matt drives it into left field for a single. Crow up with it. One out, one runner on. 23-22 GTL with the lead. And Tyler Berline, the right fielder, steps in. One ball, one strike. Nice play. Wade Casey snags it, 2 outs. Question from Neil Teague. Rick, with the bats in the barrel idea, what happens to a player if he accidentally takes it back to his dugout? Is the bat removed from play? Is it retested? Yes, we take the bat and it must be retested, and then we'll put it back in the barrel. They don't get to add any other bat. It's got to be that bat. So, and that can happen. It happened a couple of times last week in the B. And we just tested it and put it back in. Victor Cordova. And it's, oh, nice snag out in the bullpen. But it's out of here for a 2-run home run by Victor Cordova. And that'll extend GTL's lead to 3, 25-22 with 2 outs. Donovan Bacraca. I say he's 4 for 4.
And Scott Bacon reminded us that it's actually Pokraka, we're told.
I've always called him Pokraka.
Well, Scott is trying to keep us up to date. Nevertheless, the inning's over. GTL is leading by 3, 25-22. Here we go. Really very, very important inning here for Combat. 25-22 in the bottom of the 6th. And maybe actually a really important inning as well for GTL defensively.
Oh,
Because I don't know that I would be comfortable being up by 3 in the bottom of the 7th.
that's going to tail away into right center. Bisbee. Vince is going to go on to third. Nice little pop-up slide into third. So Bisbee leads off the bottom of the 6th. What a triple. Excellent point, Bernie. This is a key inning. I think, irregardless, you got to figure laser vision, combat laser vision is going to score at least 1. And
Formosa popped up. This may not be deep enough to score a run.
that one, look at Bubba Mack on the fly. So Binsby has to stay at third, Bernie. Can't come in.
Joey Formosa is giving way now here to Seth Stevens.
There he goes again. LC's not going to be long for this game if he continues those actions. Doc Beckwell will not let him show him up.
Into left.
Bisbee comes across to score. So Stevens at
drives
first.
in Bisbee.
(25-23). GTL still with the lead. 1 away, 1 runner on. Bottom of the 6th. Bravo.
And Rick, how about this? Almost 4,500 different IP addresses have logged on to watch our broadcast tonight.
It's absolutely amazing. 4,500?
Yep. It's just the first day. They're enjoying Matt O'Hara's work.
As you said earlier, one of the hardest working individuals in USSSA.
And you know what? This tournament brought to you by Busch Light. When he gets back to Mystic Dunes, he might get to enjoy one as well.
Imagine. That one's
look
in
at
there.
That hop.
The 24th run, Seth Stevens, I believe, is coming around to score.
That's correct. Mike Taylor to third with a triple. That's the 26th hit of the ball game for Team Combat. GTL has 25 hits.
So GTL clings to a 1-run lead.
And they might be in a
Combat
little
looks
trouble
to
here
take
now.
the lead. Excuse me?
They might be in a little trouble.
Well, it could be. This would be an upset. Number 3 seed taking on the 14th seed. But definitely the best game of the night.
And Miguel Morales agrees with you.
Exactly.
Robert Cena into left. It ties the ball game.
25-25. Mike Deal now the batter. Mike Deal's coming to the game. So nobody on base, 2 down, game ball, knotted up, 25-25. Oh, Deal shoots it right past Anthony Dress, the shortstop. Dress, he's unable to come up with it. Got a re-entry down there at first. So Mike Deal has done his job. Wow. Granados just misses, lining it down the left field line. Trying to drive it the opposite way. Granados high and long, but not long enough. Fly ball to right field, retires to side. So in the bottom of the 6th, Combat ties it up 25-25. Right here at ESPN Wide World of Sports, USSSALive.com.
This is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Resmondo Sports is back with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO.
Well, here we go, top of the 7th. Sammy Lopez hits it in the gap in left center. He will easily go into second with a double. Sammy Lopez, All-Conference 2010 selection, along with Victor Cordova, Anthony Dress, Donovan Pekraka, Mike Boland, all from GTL on the first team. Rusty Bumgardner on the first team from Combat Laser Vision.
Jimmy Salas at the plate.
So we're in the money inning, Bernie. Played 6 innings to be knotted up. So here we go. Winner take all. And Don Cooper, he calls time. I'm not sure what for, but he gathers his troops.
intriguing idea. Here are the chances of a USSSA USA versus Canada border wars. Might be an intriguing series.
Well, they play a, every year, but I don't know that they'll play a best out of 5. I mean, that would be pretty good. I mean, that'd be a neat idea. Justin McKinney, I know this is old, but just got on. What is wrong with Rusty? Unfortunately, he was injured. Blacked out. Had some neck issues. Fell down, injured his neck. Could have been paralyzed. Had to go to the hospital. He's here this weekend. But pretty serious injuries. Probably 6 months to a year to hopefully get back to 100%. So Sammy Lopez scores. Salazone first with a single. GTL now leads 26-25.
So we know Combat needs to score at least 1.
There you go.
The bottom of the 7th, only 1 inning did they score, only 1 run. That was the 3rd. As Don Rogers comes to the plate. One away.
Rogers to right center. No chance for advancement. So 1 out, 1 runner on. Repeat question, where's Halsey? Thought he played for GTL. He did earlier in the year. I think he had other plans and issues, so he's no longer with GTL, hasn't played with him in quite a while.
And our bracket, you see GTL Cartel taking on Team Combat. They'll take either Albacocos or Gene Chomp on. That's our game tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Reminder, our coverage begins tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can watch at your office on your computer. I'm sure they're not blocking USSSA.com. I would doubt. And if you can't get it that way, be sure to log on to USSSA.com. They have a live stats feature where you could watch that way, or on your iPhone or other mobile device, download the Point Streak app. And the pitcher a chance to help himself out here, Rick.
Yes, indeed. L.C. Watson with 1 out. Donnie Wilson walked. He sits on first. L.C. hit it.
Might be some big help here. Will it carry enough? No, up against the wall.
Runners advance, move to second and third. With 2 outs, only 1 run in. They're going to need a few more runs, I believe.
Bubba Mack. Steve, yes, the grounds crew will be working diligently on the field.
They'll get her fixed. Uh-oh.
As Bubba Mack, that's a gigantic home run. That might be the game saver for GTL.
Johnny Mack, great effort out there on the sign, the USSSA banner. He tried to go up and over, but unable to catch it, so it's out of here for a 3-run shot. Scored 29 for GTL, 25 for Combat. 4-run lead with 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
Hey, we don't quit. We don't quit. Let's go. Get in the box. Let's go.
Here's Anthony Dress. And the home run derby is going to be on live at 7 o'clock on Friday night. There's a line out for Dress. Was that home run? Will it be the difference, Rick? We'll find out. Combat needs 4 to tie, 5 to win. The thrilling conclusion. And the bottom of the 7th when we come back after this word from Kissimmee. USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
It's the bottom of the 7th. The thrilling conclusion. It's only a matter of what will happen here.
Well, Bernie, I remarked about the fact that we still have a great crowd here. About 8 minutes to midnight. A shot right past Dress. The old man, Billy Messina, leads off the bottom of the 7th with a single. Combat's got to have 4 to tie, 5 to win.
Well, that's one of the base runners they need.
Now they've got a runner in, and I'm not sure who that is over there.
Kendrick into right field.
There's no way Billy Messina runs like that.
I think they say Honeycutt.
Billy Honeycutt. That's who it is.
Is out there running?
Yeah, he's over at second. He's a pitcher as well. He's got some age, but he's still got some pretty good wheels. Johnny McCraw. Oh, and he's hit one pretty good. But Bubba Mack tracks it down for the first out of the inning.
That's a big first out for GTL.
Honeycutt over to third. Kendrick at first. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Bisbee up the middle. Honeycutt comes across the score. Kendrick over to third. Bisbee at first. 29-26, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 4th game of the night. Number 3 seed taking on 3 seed GTL, taking on the 4th seed Combat Laser Vision. Joey Formosa, the batter, and he hits one. Could be 2.
To
Third.
second for 1. The throw to first. Oh, not in time. And so it continues.
Formosa was hustling really well down the line to keep the inning alive. So there's 2 outs, Bernie.
It's pretty dramatic because there's 2 away. But with a runner on, it can be tied now with 1 swing.
29-27. Timeout's called on the field. Question by Steve. When is the USSSA Winter Worlds this year? It's normally February. I haven't decided when it's going to be. I usually run that event, but I've got to be in New Mexico on Valentine's Day weekend. So I'll be inducted in the New Mexico USSSA Hall of Fame. So I've got to go out of town on that weekend, which would be the weekend I would normally run that event. So, Steve, we haven't decided, but we'll post it when we know. Well, Doc's out in the middle of them, trying to break it up. Let's get the game going with 2 outs. GTL trying some strategy.
And of course, Neil, we appreciate your kind thoughts. We're glad that all of you have had a chance to enjoy these games. And of course, we'd like to remind you this is just the beginning. We're covering every winner's bracket game is our strategy and our hope from the onset. And then we will start to add in some select losers bracket games as we move forward. But wall-to-wall coverage tomorrow, we know that, starting at 9 a.m. And hopefully you'll be able to join us. All right, gigantic moment here. Tying run on first. GTL up by 2.
Well, they put a shift on.
Does this tie it? Does it have enough?
And it does.
It does.
29-29. Seth Stevens, right center field wall. And it goes out, and we are tied 29-29. Clutch piece of hitting by the first baseman Seth Stevens. Team Combat Laser Vision. Mike Taylor with 2 outs.
So now Combat a chance to win it.
Now he didn't get enough. We'll go to the 8th. 4 runs
it continues.
Wow, here we go.
We go to the 8th. 29-29 our score. It's the 2009 USSSA Men's Major, presented by Busch Light. And we have extra innings in this final contest. GTL and Combat battling against one another. And we will have the thrilling conclusion. The 8th inning. What a moment and what a contest, Rick.
Well, I said it early. This was probably the best matchup of the night. They battled each other in A World, and they're battling here. So Matt Peso, he's going to lead it off. And we are in extra innings.
Eric Alvarez wants to cue the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. You know that one?
No, sir. Peso drives it to center for a single.
Well, Courtney just exclaiming, "Oh no," and at least maybe there's something that she could be happy about and give an "oh yes," as her dad getting a base hit. And Mike Taylor is saying that he has the offensive play of the day on day one. Here's Tyler Burline.
Hit
Into
pretty
right.
well. Oh! Jason Kendrick sliding catch out there. He may have hurt himself. Kendrick, that's another one in there for play of the day defensively.
Absolutely. And so critical because if that one gets by, nobody's out, and at least another run is going to score.
Well, you know Peso would score. And I tell you what, Tyler Burline can fly. He could possibly have come across. Nice play by Kendrick. Victor Cordova, the batter. Full count. So Peso goes to second. Victor Cordova to first with the walk. 2 runners on, 1 out. And Donovan Pokraka.
As we're told, at the plate.
I've always called him Pokraka just because. Have fun with Donovan. He's a good guy. And he's hit it well.
Hey, he's a favorite for the home run derby. He's got one right there. A three-run shot, and GTL's back on top.
Big hit by Donovan, if I'm not mistaken, his 3rd home run of the night. That ball jumped out of here. 32-29, 1 out. Sammy Lopez. Number 5 to step in. Yes, bats are counted between innings. They make sure of the count because you can't let them add. If they add, that's a problem.
There's a question from Teddy. Here's Sam Lopez looking for back-to-back, and he definitely has all of that one.
Yes, indeed. 33-29. Jimmy Salas, the 3rd baseman. Jimmy got under this one.
2 outs.
So with 2 away, Don Rogers will take his position at bat to see if GTL can extend the lead. These players went into right field. Kendrick picks it up on 1 hop. So 2 down still, top of the, not the 7th, the 8th. Wilson drives it into right center. Rogers over to third. Runners are on the corners, 2 outs. And once again, L.C. Watson has a chance to help himself and extend that GTL lead. And Combat Laser Vision wants to nail the third out, get in here and take their hacks. L.C. drives it to center. Mike Taylor with a grab, retires the side, 4 runs across. So GTL takes the lead, 33-29, as we move into the bottom of the 8th at ESPN Wide World of Sports on USSSALive.com.
USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
Let's go, babe. Come on. Hey, hit to the right side. Hold one time for now.
Here we go at the bottom of the 8th. And Cena, that's a good start. Leadoff base hit. Similar situation to what we had in the 7th. GTL leading by 4.
So 4s are wild. They need 4 or 5 to win. The clock is gone past the magic hour of midnight.
It's already starting our next workday, Rick.
Yes, we are.
Maybe we need a cot in the booth because we're back here at 9.
It's better than 8.
We're back on the air at 9, so we're here at 8.
Yeah, because if we were at 8, we'd be here
at 7. Maybe we can see if we can schedule the next game here for 12:30. Casey flying out.
1 out.
And here's Vincent Granados, the shortstop. What a night for him. He is 4 for 5. 4 runs scored, 3 runs batted in.
And he got under it.
Berline in the corner. And GTL is 1 out away.
So here you are. 33 for GTL, 29 for Combat Laser Vision. The old-timer Billy Messina, the wily veteran, the pitcher. It's been a great game. You hate to see either one of these teams lose. You know that, Bernie?
Absolutely, especially with the journey that they're going to have.
Tough matchup, as we said, right out of the box here.
Messina to third. This could do it. The throw to second in time.
That's
And
it.
GTL lives to see another day. They win it 33-29. We'll have some quick post-game interviews coming your way as Rachel is making her way down to the field. We'll have those for you live. So stay with us for that. And again, tomorrow morning, Rick will be back here at 9 a.m. Great day for you, buddy.
Thank you, Bernie. We'll be back.
And for all of you watching, thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. Stand by. We have post-game interviews coming here momentarily. Oh. All right, a little miscommunication. The girls are recording it right now on the iPhone. We will have it posted on Facebook shortly. The interview with Donovan Pokraka and any other interviews we get. Again, thanks for watching our coverage tonight of the 2010 USSSA Men's Major World Series. We'll see you tomorrow right back here at 9 a.m.